What's up, guys? It's your boy Kittens coming back to you guys with a follow-up video where we're talking about characters that I deem as absolutely terrible, just the bottom of the barrel, the worst characters to use, and kind of explaining why. So for this, it's Crypto and Wraith. Wraith is that first one we're going to be talking about, where her abilities for me just functionally don't work to actually get away. When you phase away, when you portal away, there are moments where a normal character can chase you. If you end up chased by a Pathfinder or Octane, they can actually just straight up land in your face as you're trying to get away with those abilities. And for me, that makes it a little bit difficult to really take advantage of them. But if the real ways that I end up tending to take advantage of them, using the portal to block doorways to make it more difficult for people to go in and out, or trying to do like silly fun stuff. You try to troll someone and have them fall off a ledge or something. It's just a super fun side of Wraith. But the real way to take advantage of that is to go through doorways and create difficult spaces for your opponents, and turn around, aim down sight, try to get a nice little clinch 1v1, and that can be a good thing to use for the portal. But functionally, I don't think it really helps being able to get away from a fight. The phase you can use in a fight, really the only realistic situation is to shoot someone in the front position, and then you phase back into your team, hoping that the enemy team sacrifices cover, that they chase after you, and then your teammates blast them while you're healing. And that can be a great situation. But again, that's really the only way you're going to get away from a team and end up in a plus situation from that. So, I tend to use her phase more aggressively to push into teams and try to use it like a little bloodhound scan where you can walk through different smokes and caustic gases. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Crypto. Crypto for me is a little bit of an interesting one, just on the math side, because how you would normally want to use his abilities actually end up a detriment to you and your team. If you're basically using your ultimate to hit an enemy team, you do 150 damage or so, but if you're not there immediately in the fight, how people normally want to take advantage of that is rushing in right when that EMP goes off. Two of your guys go through the door, there's still three people, and then your team is actually minus 150 because you're not there. And your teammates could just get blasted because you've only done 150, and the mathematics, your team's just straight up at a disadvantage, a detriment. Now the way that you can kind of get around that is by being in the door with your teammates. If you blow up the EMP with yourself, do the 50 to yourself, you still get that 150 on the opponents, you end up in a plus position where you actually have done more damage right off that first EMP. But that's a little bit of a weird one where you can get that plus through that. But the normal way is just EMPing a team, and then one of your guys pushes in because you've EMP'd them. That's like it just happens all the time, and it's a really difficult situation to get around as a character. The other way that I feel like that you really can take advantage of his abilities as a niche thing that's a good thing for him is that you can get around people that camp boxes, because there are times where you could just get griefed, or a team just ends up needing to sit in a building and just are on the boxes, and Crypto gets around every one of those situations that would happen where you get griefed from boxes, and you can get your team back in a couple niche fast ways. Scanning beacons immediately, revives immediately do matter, a couple seconds here and there throughout the game matters. Those are situations where I've got shot while trying to res, things like, just simple stuff you get around as a Crypto. So, for me as a person, I enjoy both of these characters. I play both of them. I have heirlooms for both of these characters. But I feel like there's a bunch of you use the abilities and they don't work the way that you would want them to in the game. And, they definitely just have room to be buffed. I have fingers crossed. I've talked about them in one of the other videos, hoping that they both get double ultimates or double tacticals in the case of Wraith. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So anyway, kittens, peace.